Hello everyone and welcome to season 14 at Just Dance Studio. We are so excited to have you. We cannot wait to begin next week. And I wanted to throw together a short video for you so there is less confusion the first week of classes. So I'm going to do a little walkthrough with you and give you a little tour of how things will be run. And this is our main entrance. You will use this door to walk into our studio. This is going to be an area where there will be extra seating for overflow just in case our waiting room does get too crowded. We are trying to alleviate crowding as much as possible. And this is where Tracy will greet you. This is the front desk. You can ask your questions here. The payment drop box is next to the desk on this wall right here. And this room will have more chairs along this wall. There's going to be seating for about 10 people. So please, if there is no more seating, utilize the lobby that I just showed you. And over here, we have our Wow Wall of Fame. All of our students' birthdays and accomplishments will be posted here. Right there is the Studio A entrance. So all students entering into Studio A for their class will use this entrance here. And I'm going to take you into Studio A. This is mostly for our smaller classes or for our younger students. This room will be utilized for all of you, and any student exiting this classroom will exit through that door there. And I'm going to give you a little peek into Studio B. This is our larger room, but we do not use this as a student entrance here. You will go from the waiting room to this entrance for Studio B. And this is a large room for the larger classes and the older students for the most part, unless your child is younger and they do have a large class. Now, up this ramp is an exit, so any student who is finishing class in Studio B will use that exit. That is if it's their last class of the night. But we do ask that if your child is going to exit out of the Studio B exit, that you please let us know before class so that we know which exit to send them out of. You can come through that door where the exit is if you'd like, but please do not enter any more than 5 minutes before your child's class ends, or we can send them out to you if you pull up with your car, and just let us know, please. We are including a first week of dance checklist for you all, so those will be emailed as well, and it will just have information on what to expect the first week, a few cliff notes from this video, and any other information that you do need to know. We know that some students are on quarantine due to exposure at school, which is why we are offering Google Classroom for anyone who ever ends up quarantined, so please let us know if your child will be quarantined, and we will set up Google Classroom for them so they don't miss out on anything. Please also note that for the time being, we are requiring masks at all times in the studio. We want to make sure that we are lessening the exposure for anyone involved in our classes or coming into our studio. We also are following suit with the local schools, and we are also following what the state has advised us to do for indoor physical activity. So please adhere to these policies. We want to make sure that our business stays open, and we also want to make sure that no quarantines have to come out of our studio or no exposures as well. We're trying to keep everyone healthy and safe, and this is just something we have to do for the time being until things look a little better. We have already gotten messages of some students having to quarantine and some that are missing out the first week of classes. So we are offering Google Classroom for those who were exposed and have to quarantine. And this goes for the whole season. If anyone ends up in this position, we will offer Google Classroom as an alternative until you're able to return from your quarantine period. So for those who were quarantine for this first week of classes, please let us know if you haven't already, and we will set up Google Classroom for you. Don't forget that any questions or concerns can always be addressed through the studio email, you can email me at justdancelittlefalls@gmail.com, and I will get back to you as soon as I can. Miss Hope and I are unavailable during class hours because we are making sure that all the students are getting in and out of their classes and are busy teaching. So if you do have questions or concerns during studio hours, you can go to the desk. Tracy will help you out, and if she can't answer the question, she will relay it to us, and we will get back to you as soon as we can. We cannot wait to start this season. Please make sure you're reading our newsletters and all information we put out, and please make sure you are receiving our emails. Let me know if you have any questions, and we will see you next week.